little over 2 weeks of training camp, Mike. Any surprises? Was this predictable as to where you thought you might be, or do you feel like you're in better shape getting ready for a tough building on Wednesday night?
No, I think obviously we're in a situation that we had a competitive camp. There was good battles for jobs, both on the back end and up front. I mean, we're a long way from sorting it all out, but in saying all that, it gives us a place to start. You know, I think our fitness level is good. I think we're skating good. I thought we practiced real hard today. We're set up ready to go. Now we're going into a tough building in Winnipeg, and it's going to be tough. But that's what you're going to say every night. The parity in the league is unbelievable, and every night's going to be hard.
Mike, what led you to go with one of the veterans in that fourth line?
Well, just because that, knowing how to play. I thought Alt's had a real good camp. He's real competitive. We met with him today to talk about that, just a few things he needs to learn. We expect him to be back. But Fairzy and Morsey right now, just because they know the league and they're reliable, that's what we've decided to do. And then we'll, if there's a move that needs to be made, we'll make her.
Is there a certain factor in particular you'll look at when deciding which one of them is going to start there?
No, I'm just going to, I mean, they're both good veteran players, know how to play, so we'll just make a decision based on it. And then, you know, I don't know if we're platooning them. I don't know what we're going to do exactly. We're just going to watch.
Is it still possible both Swedish D could start the year with the team?
Or? Oh, yeah, for sure it is possible. We're just going to, you know, we have time, so we're buying it. And then, you know, obviously it's very tight right there and decide what we have to do. And, you know, there's a business side of the game, too. We got to work it all out.
Mike, in which ways have you seen the chemistry on the Matthews, Nylander, Hyman line grow so far this year versus how they finished last?
Well, they're just better players than they were a year ago, and you know, Willie and Matty have the puck a ton, and Hymes does his thing, goes and gets it back. We think he's the best forechecker in hockey, and he's at the net for him all the time, creates space for those guys, and so they don't share it between three of them as much as they share it between two of them, and you know, it's a real good line for us. They've been our best line thus far, and you know, we feel we have three offensive lines that should be all real good, and we got to get everybody going all together.
Connor Brown played predominantly a top 9 role last year. What adjustments does he have to make now to maximize his time on the fourth line?
Well, I think we'll probably play him on both specialty teams, but also, you know, I don't think Brownie's thinking he's staying there. So, you know, I just go about doing what you do, and he's a real good player.
Better the transition to the blue line for guys who are 24, 23 years of age. Nikita last year and the two Swedes this year. Well,
I just think they've played hockey at a high level. It's a big adjustment initially just because there's so much information coming at you. But once they get the thinking process over with and just get to playing, they're good players. So we're real fortunate to have them. It allows Dermott, who's a real good player as well, to spend another year, at least the start of it anyway, in the minors, which is, I think, important for his development, and then you can come when you're ready. But they're good players.
If it's maintained, what do you think of the Borgman-Carrick pair then?
Well, I mean, I like it. Borgman's a big, heavy guy who can really skate. He's got great edges on the break. He's still got things to learn for sure. You know, having a left-hand shot, Carrick gets ahead of those guys just because his experience, and he's a right-hand shot helps him as well.
For you, what is it with that fourth line center role that lends itself to guys who are veterans who have that experience and guys you say know the league?
Well, because your job is, even though you're first line center, you got to play against the best centers in the league every night because you're penalty killing. You got to win face-offs. You got to know where to stand, and you have to be safe. And so, what I've learned over time is in training camp, you go, isn't that kid great? Isn't that kid great? Isn't that kid great? And he's minus. And then isn't he great? Isn't he great? And then he's minus. And then 10 games in, he's minus 10. And you wonder why you have him there. So I just, over time, just hedge your bet. And if the kid's ready, he's ready. And if it's close, why not Ty go in the veteran and he can still continue to develop. So we expect also to play in the National Hockey League. That isn't the question at all. It's just when.
Is Roman Polak still around?
Yeah, I don't know exactly. Polly's a free agent, as you know, so I don't know exactly the process. We're trying to get down in numbers, so that's the process we're in right now. I know Lou's coming in here. You can talk to him about that.